That episode of the day, and on this particular episode, we are talking about another Madunga prophecy. Now, remember, on the previous episode, we spoke about his supposed Satanists are also servants of God. Yeah, the man them has gone wild. Now, here he has another particular interview, and this interview was done about a few weeks back with Saint TV. And Saint TV kind of interviewed him. That's Saint TV right there, doing absolutely great. Mandam absolutely excited for him. He went back to Zimbabwe and he started documenting the stories of Zim. And so he really found his niche instead of just trends. He found his own niche. Man, absolutely great to see that particular direction you've taken. So he interviewed Madungwe. So now it's what he is saying in the interview that I wanted us to look at and see how bad is the landscape right now? How bad are things when it comes to people supposedly having the gift of prophecy, so and forth? It's a reality show, the Daily Christian Commentary Videos. If it's the first time over here, do hit the subscription button. We do this on a daily basis. We do Christian breakdown videos. And if it's the first time here, do give a like as well. You know, it's kind of like the nature of YouTube. It helps YouTube know that the video is worth your time. And so we're still in the second set. Hope you like it. All right, Madungwe, what's up?
Yeah, chazvinoita ndezvekuti isusu tinoreleasa zvane papani yamesi inenge iri maautomatic kana munhu asati apinda muautomatic atibvumidzi kureleasa any information. Then pane kwese nemabvunzo ekuti akamboitirwa nyasha muzimbabwe ndivananani. Oliver Mtukudzi akapiwa automatic level entry.
So Mtukudzi has been just given automatic entry to heaven.
Yeu preaching vakapinda vana Tonga imoyo, vakapinda vana Brenda Fassie, vana Muammar Gaddafi, vana Hitler nditi after.
So Hitler, Brenda Fassie also have automatic heaven entry. Hitler, why?
That was
Brenda Fassie, why? Because Brenda has been recorded to have not been a Christian. Not only was she there, she was absolutely against Christianity. She used to speak against it. She had documentaries that way. She was documented saying the absolute worst type of things about Jesus. And so why was she given entry? Did she receive Jesus or anything? We don't know. But on top of us not knowing, do you just give people entry because?
2017 in July after we escorted Jesus Christ to the hell.
Wait a minute. What was that again? You might want to repeat that one, my man. You want to repeat
after,
that one?
That was 2017 in July after we escorted.
So 2017, around that same period, they
that was 2017 in July after we escorted Jesus Christ to the hell. Recent even footy taka escort takakwanisa kubvisa Soldier Love na Jimimbi from hell.
So they just removed Soldier Love and Jinimbi. These are people that just recently passed away. They are known in Zimbabwe and so forth. And so he's saying that, yeah, they've been just also removed from hell. They made a choice that might have not led. We don't know if they received Jesus, right? But that choice has been overridden. And basically, they've been put in an environment they didn't want to be. Basically, when you say that people have been just kind of like, they've just been given entrance into heaven, that's what you're saying. You're saying that they were put in a place where they don't want to be. But you can't take those people and then say, yeah, you know what? We just went over there to hell and kind of just gave them entry. They didn't want to be part of the kingdom. And so why would you be going over there to kind of fetch them? But anyways, never mind. The part that got me is, I'll come back to that point.
After I pleaded, how can I send a person to hell? A prophet is there to save people from hell.
So he claims that he is there to save people. A prophet ministers the message of God. Your duty is to pass the message of God. But when a person denies the gospel and they are on the other side, you can't go save them. That's not what your role is. That is not what your role is. The man them doesn't get it.
So Jinimbi na Soldier Love ndio mufuma Zimbabwe. Last month
so that happened last month. But I want to go back to that point that he said earlier on.
Takakwanisa kubvisa Soldier Love na Jimimbi from hell. Escorted Jesus Christ to the hell. After that was 2017 in July after we escorted Jesus Christ to the hell.
Now, he says they escorted Jesus to hell. Now, this is the part where I want to be very clear here. there is a lot of this type of people. There's a lot of them. They're all over the place. They make up messages and they come out there to say. Now, someone would say, but Ricky, what if what he's saying is true? No, I know without a doubt that what he's saying is fictional. And how do I know what he's saying is fictional? I know what he's saying is fictional because, first of all, you do not force people to be where they do not want to be. People deny the gospel. You don't go there and then force them into hell. Into heaven. They don't want to be there. So if they deny the gospel when they are still alive, you don't go there and then try to be forcing them. Yeah, no. Now someone would say, no, it's not forcing them, it's bringing them over. They would have been tortured, they would have felt. No, they deny. The Bible says it is appointed for men to die once, and after that the judgment. They have decided contrary. You don't decide otherwise. You don't decide, no, we're going to go maybe fetch them. We're going to go maybe just bring them into sub-heaven. Doesn't work like that, okay? So this guy must really just stop the cap. Stop the cap, as the hip-hop guys say it. Stop the cap, because you will deceive a lot of people. Something that needs to be clear is this. People who do not want to be part of the heavenly kingdom, you don't force them. And how do we not force them? You can't say, now, no, we went and we took somebody that rejected the gospel when they were alive. I wouldn't do that even if it was a family member. Let's be very clear. You reject the gospel when you're on this earth, you deserve what comes after. Okay? Yeah, we don't now all of a sudden, because you are feeling pain over that side, because we know what you're going to face when you go cross over. Yeah, it's your choice. It's your choice. But we don't give you the opposite decision. Like the whole subject of purgatory and whatnot, I've stated before, it's a subject that was brought up by the Roman Catholic Church when they wanted people to pay penance. People were made to pay money to get people out of hell. Now he's saying, yeah, no, they can just go over there and fetch people who are supposedly in hell. Not long ago, he was the one, I think, who came out and said, yeah, no, they didn't make heaven. So now, he realized his purpose was to save people. No, it's Jesus that saves people. Don't be delusional. Now, I'll go back to the point again. There is a lot of this type of people that are making up messages. Why? Because they have no reverence for God whatsoever. They will say the most outlandish things about the truth. They will malign the truth. They will say all kinds of weird things out there. They are not concerned. To them, it doesn't bother them. As long as it doesn't touch them, they just want to be controversial for controversial sake. There's a lot of this type of people, and they claim to be prophets, they claim to be called, they claim to have a calling, they claim they had a dream. There's many of them. He's not alone. The thing that I want to note here is that be aware. Yeah, you see people saying something which is horrendous with a straight face, and you'll be like, you'll be bothered. Just calm down, understand where you are. The landscape. This is the landscape now. Okay, this is the landscape we are dealing with. Okay. We're dealing with people that have now fallen into fables. When the Bible speaks about fables and in the end time how fables will become more popular, there you go. Fables are now becoming a thing. It's Ricky's Reality Show. Just had to give the heads up, and I'll see you on later on episode. Subscribe to the channel if it's the first time. And thanks to Saint TV for this interview. It gives us a highlight, Yeah, just helps us see where we are. It's Ricky, and I'll see you later. Yeah, I'll be good. Salute.